All right, so Bobby Lee went on Theo Vaughn's podcast the other day, and people really seemed to like these two together. All the comments were positive and talking about how great the episode was and how well these two get along with each other. And also people are saying that these two should just start their own podcast together because their chemistry is so good, which maybe we'll see happen eventually. If Tiger Belly falls apart, maybe Bobby will be looking to do another podcast. Or maybe he could keep doing Tiger Belly and Bad Friends and start another one with Theo. Maybe you could call it Good Friends, because a lot of the comments were talking about how they seem like they have one of the more genuine friendships in comedy, and how Theo has a lot of respect for Bobby. And Bobby even brought up all the Brendan Schaub drama, and it just seemed like he was thinking of it as a positive thing. He said he wouldn't change any of it, and it all happened for a reason. And he even said that he still loves Brendan.
I just was saying that I just feel like everything happens for a reason, and you're around certain people for a reason, and it's like, I don't know, I just wouldn't change any of this, you know what I mean? Even your best friend, Brendan Schaub, you know, people online are like, you know what I mean, do you hate Brendan? What's going on there? Or there's like people attacking me because of that little thing that I had on with Brendan. And then they, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I love Brendan. I love you. I love everyone. You know what I mean? We just had a little conflict, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I wouldn't change any of it for the world, you know? Even my breakup with Kalila, it's like, you know, it's just a part of life. And, you know, we broke up in the most loving way possible because I love her. And she's, in many ways, the love of my life. You know, she really is. I love her more than I've ever loved anyone else. You know what I mean?
I think all the Brendan Schaub stuff that went down, it probably has helped out Bobby in the long run, because him and Kalila, they finally broke up. That probably needed to happen, even though they might have been broken up for a while, but they finally put it out in the open. That was probably a good thing. And they put the open relationship out in the open, and they let everybody know about that. And Bobby stood up for himself and put Brendan and Brian in their place, and that probably gave him more confidence. And now he's doing all these podcasts. He's really making the rounds, and he seems to be pretty happy. And also, they were able to get a lot of views on their podcast from all this drama. Like the Brendan Schaub episode, that got a lot of views. The breakup episode, that got a lot of views. And also, now he has plenty of interesting stuff to talk about on podcasts. Like on this podcast, him and Theo start goofing around about all the drama, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, dude, that shit with Brendan, though, was fucking crazy. That was like the worst game of Clue I'd ever seen in the world, dude, when you guys did that thing. It's like he had like these the files and the fold, and you guys had like missing people in the fucking... There was some guy beating kids on Reddit. Like,
Yeah.
How do you... I can't even get into my Reddit. How do you beat kids on there? Like, that was the fucking... The whole thing was unbelievable.
The whole thing was unbelievable, and I was just like, you know, I don't want this shit to be fucking happening. Yeah. I mean, the things they were saying was like, I didn't even know what the fuck they were talking about. I was like, what, Reddit? And what's going on? You know what I mean? And they got, you're the one. I go, I'm the one, what? You know what I mean? I don't have a computer. And then it's like, I remember like...
Here's the funny thing. Brendan doesn't own a computer.
I know. He doesn't own a computer.
He doesn't.
And then I remember Dalia calling me and Dalia goes, you don't own a computer. And I go, I know. Right? He doesn't know that? Yeah. He thinks I don't even know how to log into anything. You know what I mean? Anyway.
I feel like if Brendan and Brian were actually friends with him, then they should know these things. Like to call up your friend who never uses the internet and has probably never heard of Reddit and accuse them of running some subreddit and threaten their career and try to ruin their life. That doesn't seem like you know or care about that person very much. Like even if they were on the internet all the time, to call them and accuse them of that and like be so aggressive about it, like if they're your friend or even somebody that you just know, I feel like you should be able to handle it better than that. I mean, it's crazy how badly these two messed this up.
You know what I mean? And I saw him, I've seen him a couple of times and I've been very cordial, you know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean, we can do this, you know what I mean, and get back, but it'll take a while, I think.
Oh, I think you guys. I mean, I'd never heard him have any animosity. I don't think he ever does.
Yeah.
I don't think Brendan having the animosity is the problem here. I think it's Bobby having it towards Brendan, but also Brendan still might have it towards Bobby because, like in this clip I'm about to play, they're talking about how they think Brendan still believes that Bobby or Kalila, I think they probably mean Kalila, is behind the subreddit, which I think Brendan probably does believe. Like, I'm sure he realizes that he took things too far and he's the one who really screwed up here. Like, him and Brian, I think, both apologized for how they treated Bobby and everything. But even after that, they're still claiming that they found a Reddit account that was linked to Bobby and Kalila's IP address or something like that. And also they said once they brought this up to Bobby and Kalila, the Reddit account stopped posting. So unless things have changed, I think they probably do still believe all that.
It was like the game of Clue, though. It was like somebody did it in the fucking, you know, in a mop closet with a bad server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know,
Yeah.
It was also like I was, at the time when they made the calls, I was on set shooting something in Oklahoma. It was like, it really just, the timing was really weird. And it's like, whenever somebody's like, accuse me of something I didn't do, right? It feels like traumatic almost, like, because it's like, the way they were talking, you know what I mean? It's like, they were like, no, bully is the wrong word, but they were just really adamant about it, and they had a lot of feelings behind it.
Well, they believed it. I don't think
I think these kind of maybe still do. I don't know.
I don't think they was making it up.
You think they still believe it?
I don't know.
I feel like they still believe it.
Brennan and I haven't really spoken about it much.
Yeah, I try not to talk about it either.
But I don't know. But I thought the whole thing was just hilarious. I mean, it was interesting too. It's all like the world is just it's all this crazy, just drama, this play, and we're just taking different paths through it. It was fucking pretty cool.
But you know what? I would not change that either, because it's like,
I love Theo's reaction to all this, because it sounds like he found it funny to watch and he enjoyed it. Like, it was entertaining for him to see all this go down. But also at the same time, he did not want to be involved in it. Like, he just said he barely talked to Brendan about it at all, which is pretty funny, because he was probably like, I don't want to get in the middle of things. I'm just going to sit this one out and watch from a distance. Or maybe he didn't want to bring it up to Brendan because he thought Brendan might say he shouldn't hang out with Bobby anymore, or they shouldn't work together at all or something. But like I was saying earlier, I still think Brendan and Brian believe that Bobby or Kalila are behind the subreddit. And I think that's something that maybe they'll never come to an agreement on, unless Brendan says that he was given false information by his team, or Kalila admits to it, because I think there still is a possibility that Kalila was behind it. And I used to, in the beginning, like I said in a previous video, I did not believe that at all. But as time has gone on, I do think there is a small possibility that she was behind it. But who knows? Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, and then hit the like button, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you at the next video.